because my audio settings were wrong thanks to an OBS update.
At least you caught it.
Yeah, I fortunately I am actually getting much better about actually having my audio level bar like visible to me, because that seems to be our biggest problem. Is suddenly we'll have an episode without any audio. And it's usually because of a Windows or OBS update.
Yeah, OBS.
Anyways, we have audio now. So,
Take two.
when last we left our heroes, they managed to finally find the correct spiders they needed to kill and silk harvest, getting an influx of capital and starting their theoretically lucrative spider farming business.
Squishy business.
Now you have come back to Malys, and Zashi is planning the coming of age ceremony of one Storm.
Yep. So, it's about time that I think Storm has had his coming of age, but I don't know anything about Tabaxi culture. I was hoping you guys could help me arrange for the party and ceremony, unless Storm has any insight into what Tabaxis normally do for something like this. But hopefully we can get everyone in Malys involved, and then we'll do a slight ceremony and we'll have the party. Unless, Storm, you have any idea otherwise? Nope.
Nope.
Storm was raised on the streets,
All right.
so he doesn't even know his parents.
Aww.
So you ask him what like Tabaxis do, he's like,
Dumb.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing up a harsh memory.
Happy birthday.
it's like I'm not sure if we're celebrating or if you're just putting me down now.
Nope.
I would say you missed the perfect opportunity to lie and say that they celebrate privately, just a small group together, maybe just individually. You could have
All right. Well, in that case, I guess we'll go ahead and do the Yanti way of things, where we have the party first, and then the following morning, we actually go out on a hunt.
That sounds fun.
Okay, so everyone head out and start talking to people and seeing if we can get some beverages and food arranged and start inviting people. I'll go ahead and send a letter to Resplendent, inviting her and the kobolds.
Are there any other Tabaxis in Malys that we're aware of?
Yes, there is a family of them actually, whose name is in my laptop. That if Becca could go grab.
Yeah, I can go grab it, and yes, we should probably talk to those.
I was going to say, I volunteer to be the face, which will go really well, and go ask them.
I'll be right back.
Me with, what's my charisma even? Oh, my great charisma of 1. I'll go ask them.
Okay.
Yay, Tucker's here.
I hope that you inadvertently invite his parents and create a social awkward situation.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Shush. It'd be a reuniting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Unless they
exactly how
updated
that would happen. I don't have plans for what little I have of all of your black backstories already.
Okay.
Does this mean we finally get the list of all the people that came with us?
Yeah, I kind of already gave it to you guys at some point. Okay.
No, you didn't ever actually get it to us.
He did a verbal one my very first session back from when I went to Miami.
Yeah.
Because I definitely took notes at some point, but they got lost in the move.
Okay. So, there is a human family. There is a Tabaxi family. Green Flash, his wife Silver Thistle, his 3 children Redstone, Broken River, and Burning Brush.
I can't write that fast. Green Flash, Silver Thistle.
Just send us the list.
Yes, that's what I've been asking for.
I definitely listed all of these people more than once.
Yes, but I can't write that fast.
Okay.
Well, I think you listed the families. I don't think you gave like all the names. But
Okay. So, who's gonna go talk to Green Flash or Silver Thistle? I guess you talk to the children as well.
Yep.
Oh,
Let's Zashi and Brutus go.
Okay. You find them. They're kind of. Let's see. They've set up kind of a oven, like a clay oven, but it's not for food. It looks like they're artisans. There's a few makeshift like pottery outside in front of their tent.
oh. Bull in a china shop. I'll be careful.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Is this Green Flash or Silver Thistle?
This would be Green Flash.
Okay. Hi, Green Flash.
Are you interested in some pots?
I don't know. I was hoping to.
They are quite useful. You can store all kinds of things in these pots.
Yeah, I believe it.
Well, you have small ones, big ones, unusual shaped ones, some that are more for ornamental, and you notice like my kids made those, and they're kind of like sloped to the side. They don't look like they're structurally sound, but
possibly if we find some of the nitramide bees to store the honey, but
Nitramide bees out here. I think
Yeah,
you are
no.
being a little optimistic about what can grow out here.
of course I am. I'm nothing if not optimistic. I was actually hoping to talk to you a little bit about Tabaxi culture. I am planning Storm's coming of age ceremony, and I don't know if Tabaxis have a common thing that they do for their younglings.
Well, usually, it depends. What is his profession?
So
Is
he's
he a hunter? Is he a gatherer? Is he an artisan?
So he's a bard / mercenary.
So both an artisan and a hunter.
Mhm.
Well, that gives you a few options. He can either show that he is a master of his craft by performing some piece of literature or music, or he can go out, hunt some terrible fanged beast, bring it back, and the town can prepare a feast.
Ah, perfect.
I like that one. Let's go hunt some. Does he have to do the killing blow? Is that part of the ceremony?
He is to hunt by himself, actually.
Oh, even better. We can supervise from a distance. Air elemental count. Not actually.
I'm not entirely sure you can eat an air elemental. The entire purpose of this is to show his value to the community, honestly. So it's kind of an archaic tradition, honestly. But if you want to do the traditional way, yes, it has to benefit the township in some way.
Okay. Well, either way, you of course all are invited, and I think we're planning to actually have the party section of it this evening. I will confer with Storm.
Party? Then that means that you're going to have some type of communal beverage, say like a bunch of fruit with sugar in it. You probably would like a large bowl for that, correct?
Yes, and I would definitely like one that has like teal colored with copper inlaid, if possible.
Oh, I think I have just thing. And he presents this beautiful bowl. It seems to have like inlaid malachite around the rings of both teal and copper.
Oh, I like it. How much for this bowl?
5 gold.
I will pay for that bowl.
Okay, good, because I'm broke.
Okay, you have a malachite punch bowl.
Yep. I love it. All right, we will see you tonight. I need to talk to the Copper Coral about beverages and possibly helping prepare the feast. Okay, thank you very much. Hope to see you this evening. And thank you for the bowl. This is going to be perfect.
Daco, what are you doing at this point?
Daco's following Brutus around rather stoically.
Okay. Storm.
Because his player is a little absent-minded on what's happening, so I'm going with the flow.
Okay. Storm, what are you doing?
Storm is deciding whether he should be hiding. And he's actually starting to look for places around that is a good hiding spot.
Okay. Whistler, you doing anything?
You're muted.
Tucker.
Yeah, I do have to go to the magic shop.
Okay.
The magic shop.
Okay. Let me connect to Wi-Fi and not with this. Let me bring up D&D Beyond so I can actually tell you what. Because you're going. Abernathy greets you. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, you. Do you have an interpreter today?
But then I hold up the scroll that I bought from him last time.
Ah, you want more scrolls. Very well. Let me see what I have in my supply.
Oh, that is important. Did we split up the money at all, or did it just go into our general fund?
So the money that we got for the actual quest went into the general fund. I am, for everyone's benefit, keeping track on an Excel spreadsheet of our paying for our followers out of said fund and any overhead for like the spider ranching. And if any of you want that Excel spreadsheet to keep track yourself, I will send it to you. But that way everyone doesn't have to keep trying to remember when to pay their followers. We'll just do it from the Adventuring Guild fund.
Tucker, can you go ahead and roll me 2d12, please? Okay, so
that's 1d12. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so he has a scroll of, it looks like Longstrider, and a scroll of Snare available. You can go ahead and roll me another d10 as well. He also has a scroll of Alter Self. He also has a scroll of Aid, but you can't cast Aid, so that's not a wizard spell.
Okay.
And finally, you would have 1 3rd level. He also has a scroll of Elemental Weapon.
Okay. So I'll point at the scroll of Alter Self, and I'll put my hands up like this, and ka-ching!
He goes back, checks his books. So, 150 gold.
I will look at my pocket and realize I don't have 150 gold. Then I'll put the scroll that I brought in, the scroll I bought from last time, on the table, and I'll go, ka-ching!
100 gold, and that.
And then I will leave. I'll pick up my scroll and I will leave, and I will go to our the dude that's keeping our money.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have a treasurer?
So technically, our treasurer is from Canopy Corp. We haven't officially left being a subcontractor of them.
Oh.
No, technically he actually works for the pros. He does.
Oh, okay.
Kalevi. Hello, Whistler. That's not the accent. Oh yeah, that's not the accent either. God damn it, I can't get into it. I'm not doing his accent right now. How much do you want?
Oh god.
It's like just write it down. Just write it down.
And then I say 100 gold in Abernathy's voice.
Okay.
Plus that.
Becca, you don't happen to have the spreadsheet open, do you? Right now?
I do, actually.
Okay, how much is each share worth right now?
Each share is, let's see, we've got 125 shares each, and overall value is 787. Where is it on? I did not do a. All right, give me 1 second, because I realize I made a. I did not put in the per individual share value block, so.
So I know I'm not there for it, but if memory serves, didn't Whistler help Brutus pay for his horn caps?
7, 8.
Yes, I think
Because
so. Well, Whistler
Brutus was
provided
anywhere
the
nearby.
Arcanite that allowed you to do so.
Okay. Well, either way, Brutus said he owed Whistler one, so if I can help pay for it by giving him shares or something like that, I will.
Well, Crook is like, well, if you sign over 13 shares to me, then I will give you the 100 gold.
Where is B20? Oh, there it is.
How many shares?
13. You have 125.
Okay. That math works out, right?
He's making a little bit of profit off of you, but not much.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Whistler will.
Mm-hmm. But for your information, 100 gold would be 12.7 shares, but I'm not getting into decimals of shares, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, he gives you what?
And then I will say 150 gold in Abernathy's voice.
Okay. Okay. Well, then that would be 19 shares. Okay. So he gives you 150 gold. You sign over 19 shares to him.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm updating it.
Okay.
And paid 150 gold, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, that's not out of your treasury.
Oh.
Kalevi just bought 150 gold. Kalevi bought shares from Whistler.
Oh, roger that.
I mean, you could cash them in from your treasury, but that reduces everybody's value of their shares, and I don't know if you really want to do that.
No. It's all good.
Sorry.
Nope. Just adding Clevy on since I didn't have him on here before.
Yep. Okay. So you have 150 gold. Heck is playing fun with spreadsheets right now.
Fun with spreadsheets.
So you go and get your scrolls, or your scroll. Okay. So yeah, you give up. Are you paying the full amount for the altar self and not relinquishing the old scroll, or what are you doing?
Oh, actually, I am gonna relinquish the old scroll,
Mm-hmm.
and then in Abernathy's voice, you need paper.
Do I need paper, or do you need paper?
Paper.
And you take he shows you his reams of paper. I'll charge for the amount you take, because
Okay.
it's always in gold anyways when you're doing this. So
Okay. Yeah. So, and then I will take 75 gold worth of paper.
okay. So you end up with your magical ink and paper and your scroll of altar self.
And I'm broke again. Cool.
And is that all I can do for you today?
Yeah, I've already left. I didn't even say bye.
Okay. What a strange fellow. Okay. About this time, Zashi, Taco, and Brutus. Storm. Actually, Storm, give me a stealth check because you decided that you wanted to go hide. Zashi and Brutus, things are going well. You're inviting the people you need to. They're as anyone that you can't. Actually, we'll go to the Copper Coral because that's where you said you were going next, right?
Yep.
Arena's there and it's like, I've heard you're gonna have a little bit of a soiree.
Well, that's what we're hoping.
News travels fast around this town.
Well, I would imagine so. We don't normally get to have soirees or coming of age parties or things like that.
Are you planning on using my ballroom, or are you going to be over at that man monk's little outdoor pavilion?
Well, is your ballroom big enough to? I mean, I'm pretty sure yours is big enough to accommodate it, and it would be kind of nice to be indoors for something like this.
I agree. Are you willing to pay the rental fee?
Does the rental include food and beverages? I mean, if we can go out and hunt something...
I am nothing if not a consummate cook.
All right. How much for the rental fee?
Let's see. You'll be renting every room in the inn for the night, so...
Will we?
30 gold.
I really hope Storm actually appreciates this.
Well, we have no idea because we don't
You
know when
will
he...
also get the service of Little Bleep, who can basically deliver any invitations you would like.
Oh, that would be wonderful. All right. This is going to hurt. I am going to go ahead and pay the 30 gold. And I do have a letter, one that is probably going to take a little longer, and other invitations. This one's for Resplendent, and then...
You actually see this red blur go across the bottom of the field of your view as soon as you try to handle the letter, and it's just gone.
Nice.
Okay, I will write more invitations to the other people we're not going to be able to talk to, and yeah. That was interesting.
So tell me, what is he going to be performing, or is he going to be hunting?
Well, considering that normally I think he's going to be performing. I need to find him, though. He kind of wandered off again.
Okay. Well, when you let me know, I'm always willing to accompany somebody if they're feeling a little nervous on stage.
That would be wonderful. Thank you. Oh, I pull out the bowl. I was hoping to use this bowl for a beverage. I'll take the bowl again later, but it's so beautiful, and I thought it would.
She kind of looks around and like, that is a interesting bowl. Go set it on the bar. We'll figure out something to do with it.
Thank you so much, and I'll go over. And is Chef settling in all right? As I set it down on the counter.
Yes, he's annoying the crap out of Don Lund, but I imagine that at this point you actually hear some like pots start to fall from the kitchen, and then like some yelling.
Okay, so it's going well. All right, thank you very much.
Of course.
Is there anything else you need from us before we head out?
No, I think I've got it. She snaps her fingers and like streamers start falling from the...
Yes!
There should be a pinata. There should be a pinata. We should make or get him. Do pinatas exist here? Because he's a cat and he bats at things.
Oh my god, I love this!
I'm just saying.
She's like, okay. And she snaps her fingers and this like weird, like it's a beholder pinata thing comes down. You actually don't see the string. Like it's kind of creepy looking. It's obviously because it's made out of taffeta, but it's actually a really well made beholder.
And it's just floating there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm also now going to make us a beholder pinata for our retreat. It'll be my whole suitcase, but I'll do it. Okay. That was the only decoration that Brutus really wanted to say. We can get to beat it with. If they're taking care of food and drink, Joshi, what else is there really to do other than, are we getting
find Storm?
Need to find Storm, and at some point, if we head over to McCone's, I need to talk to him about possibly Bliss getting a job. She mentioned being interested in monster parts.
We just lost Tucker.
Oh no.
Hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Okay. Is anyone actually going to try to invite Storm to his own party?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
This is not going to go well.
Nope. I'm going to try to, though.
But I'm also going to write out an invitation for Storm with a note at the bottom of, do you want to perform or hunt something? And I'm going to hold it out and see if the red blur comes
Red blur.
Okay.
Oh, can we follow it?
He's really fast.
Actually, Storm, wherever you're hiding, actually, you see this, like, weird, small, poison, like, anthropomorphic poison dart frog appear in front of your view, hands you a note. He has a little, like, cap on his head.
Mm-hmm.
He hands you the note, waves, and then, like, he runs off, turns a corner, and he's gone if you tried to follow it.
I'm going to look at the note because this is really weird. What is this frog?
It says you are cordially invited to... what is Storm's entire name? I always keep forgetting.
Storm on the Horizon.
You are cordially invited to Storm on the Horizon's coming-of-age ceremony. Dress as casual at the Copper Coral starting sunset.
P.S. Do you want to perform or hunt something first?
Oh, you actually wrote it. Do you want to perform or do you want to hunt something? Like, everything else was, like, very form letter. But, yeah, at the end is in Zashi's handwriting.
He's going to peek out from where he is and start looking around, seeing if anybody's around.
I would say you see Whistler kind of coming out of Abernathy's at this point. Ah, I just lost Chris.
Oh,
There we go. He's back.
I couldn't see Tucker, so if he said something right.
Fine.
So, oh man, where am I exactly hiding at? Where did I find?
I would say so. You kind of you would have went into the, like immediately behind probably the general store, which is probably the places that would had the most places to hide. Mainly because it's just like empty crates and a bunch of like boxes and stuff back there.
Uh-huh.
And there's a loading dock, and you still have a decent view of the town square.
Lovely. Did it say a time? When
Yeah,
this,
it's at sunset, which you know is around like 7:30, 8 p.m.
How long is that from now?
You guys are still pretty early in the day. It's a good 8 hours.
Plenty of time to decide what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm going to try to go back to our place, I guess.
Okay.
Our guild hall.
Okay. The guild hall is mainly that's going to take an hour. So, but
To get there?
No, you guys cleared out most of the stuff, so it doesn't only take you like 20 minutes to get there. So, you get there and it's like busy with people trying to shore up the walls. And last you saw, people were like covering as many entries as an elemental air could get in, but like, I mean, it's an air elemental. You're smart enough to realize that you would have to make the entire place like vacuum sealed, which is probably not a great idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if there's anything you want, back in town, is there anything that people in town want to do? Because he's just spending the 20 minutes.
Yep. Two things: talking to Macone, and then heading over to the Flower and Sickle, inviting Monk and the companions personally.
Okay, so Macomb.
Yep.
Brutus wants to come up to say hi to Oleander.
Yay!
There. Hi, buddy.
Zashi.
Hello.
How are you? I haven't seen you or Brutus or Daco in quite a while.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy. Haven't found any monster parts for you yet. However, my friend Bliss had mentioned that she was interested in learning how to work with the various monster parts, and was interested in possibly hiring, searching for a job that would allow her to start working with them.
I could always use some help on the docks, and yeah, I can show her some ropes.
Okay.
Fine.
Also, we are having a get-together at the Copper Coral tonight for Storm.
Unfortunately, I'm taking some deliveries tonight. I will not be able to make it.
Oh, in that case, when do you want Bliss to start work? If you're already...
If she's available tonight, I would love it, but I would not want to take her away from your party.
That is fair, and she is looking forward to it. Is it all right if she starts tomorrow?
Of course.
Okay, I will let her know. And good luck with your delivery tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, head over to the Flower and Sickle.
Okay, give me the 2d6. Okay. Hey, you didn't roll a frickin' 4. Okay, so... Oh, okay. So you've already met Delphinium, but it takes you a bit to recognize the ancestry of this creature. Standing before you is a 6 foot 8 inch man with red fur and a long pointed dog-like snout. He is unlike anything you have ever seen. It is the scent of blood and leather that eventually gives the knoll away. Dressed in a knee-length green plaid skirt and a leather baldric, you can't help think of an ancient barbarian pillaging the spoils of war and stealing the hearts of women. This is Foxglove.
Oh my god.
Perfect name.
Okay. First and foremost, invite Monk and everyone to the party.
Okay.
And then I want to go talk to Foxglove.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So, what sort of things do you enjoy doing in your off time?
Eating. Reading.
Eating and reading?
Yes.
Oh.
Not necessarily in that order.
I don't know. Sometimes I like actually having a light snack while reading.
Books are expensive. I do not like making them messy.
That is fair enough. I actually have a book that I need to find a good home for. I don't know if you have any interest in this holy text textbook. Basically.
Okay, you're gonna have to remind me what book is Zashi talking about?
Miriam's book. You said it was literally a actual religious textbook, basically.
Oh, okay.
I'm not much into the religious side of things. Have you ever heard of Pearl? I love her writings.
I have actually heard of Pearl, but I have not managed to find any of her books in this area.
I have a few.
Oh my god. Which ones are they?
He gives you a list. I'm not going to go into the list of books.
Okay. Oh, I haven't read X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Are they good? I mean, of course it's Pearl, but...
They're decent.
Please don't make me do this voice for a long period of time.
That's okay. So we'll just say Zashi and Foxglove actually squee out a bit over books, and Zashi will pay for Foxglove's time to just talk about books if that is what they end up doing.
Honestly, he doesn't charge you until like an actual customer comes up and asks for his time, at which point he departs with them.
Mm-hmm. It's the middle of the day, and I still have to set up for the party. All right. We'll head out. I'm going to grab some more coffee while I just laugh.
Can I get some?
Yes.
Okay, what did everybody else doing after that weird?
I was going to try and find. I know Storm doesn't like whiskey, so I was going to try and find another kind of booze and maybe try and lure him out with it. Just a bottle of something.
Just a bottle of something, put it into a saucer. Here, kitty.
Yeah, just a bottle of sake or something, wander around town and shake it. Like, Storm!
Does it have like a bell on it too?
Oh, now it does.
I will say a gold for whatever liquor you get. And then, give me a charisma persuasion check.
Uh-oh. That's a grand old 1. It'd be better if I tried to intimidate him, but that's not fun.
Did you roll a d6? Oh, there we go. 17. 17. Storm, that's looking really tasty.
This will be at the party if you want to come.
Is Brutus around the guild hall? Is that where this is going on at?
Oh no, you wouldn't even see this, like, because you're at the guild hall. Brutus is walking around town doing this. Never mind. So actually, Brutus, you don't actually summon.
Damn.
Let's see, who's the biggest?
Uh-oh.
There is actually a raging alcoholic as part of the caravan. I need to remember who it is. Oh, there it is. Morgan Stinger. Like he should have been the second in command, except he was a raging alcoholic. Comes up and is like, "I'll take that bottle."
No, you won't.
But obviously, whoever is intended for doesn't want it, and you can't just let
Not
this.
obviously. Not obviously. I just don't know where he is yet. And if he's not here, I'll go somewhere else.
Listen, you gotta give me at least a drop. I've been
No, I
taking care of Nathaniel. He doesn't understand his papa, and he just won't let me have any more. He says that he has to take care of Amold and Aidbard all by himself, and I just need a little bit, please.
The more you say, the less inclined I am to share this with you. You're not helping your case, sir. I'm sorry, and I'll
At which point you see Nathaniel like come up and like, "Come on, Dad," and like he's a 16-year-old like take his dad, who's wearing like kind of a old, like the medieval equivalent of a wife beater, grabs him by the collar and just starts dragging him back.
Oh, so much sad in this episode. All right, no, I'm not doing that anymore, I guess. I'll ask, is Zashi or Dako near?
Dako's been following you around as far as I know.
Yeah, Zashi, after she kind of like had a geek out moment with Foxglove over books, and had invited all of the Flower and Sickle, is heading back out to do anything
I will
else.
say you read it was like an hour and a half conversation, so you're still probably involved in this conversation. So, Dako, Whistler, what are you guys doing?
So, just to remind me, how many shares did we divide the company into?
Each person ended up having 125 shares. We divided it
Total was 1,000.
Yeah, total shares was 1,000.
It's just, for my brain, it's easier for percentage things to keep it easily divisible by 10.
Okay. And how many did we originally give the guy I sold mine to?
None.
None. Okay.
He has literally 1.9% of your company at this point.
Dako is gonna start earthbending a venue for tonight's show. You know, making giant pillars for things to stand on, string decorations from, and just like really an acoustically
Okay, I want you to
oriented
give me
venue.
a masonry check. So, what is your spellcasting modifier? Is charisma? Or is it wisdom?
Yeah. No, it's charisma.
Charisma. So give me a charisma check with proficiency, because you're good at earthbending, and we'll see how long this takes you and how good of a job you do.
Oh, please let it take like all 8 hours, and it's just one raised platform.
Not well.
I mean, I didn't mean to jinx you, but
Thanks, Jenna.
hey, I can control it, okay?
It takes 8 hours. It is an amphitheater. It is a functional amphitheater. I was hoping like a high number, and then I would say that you basically created red rocks out there. But
hey, pay $2 extra life. Roll again.
yeah, on the roll that legitimately doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Care enough about his venue for that. I'm just not invested. Sorry, Storm, because I don't think you're going to show anyway.
Oh,
I'm just going to hold this over your head later that I spent all this time making you a venue and you didn't show.
Jesus.
So one person's digging a hole.
Mm-hmm. Sashi's filling out invitations and like holding them out. And I'm imagining just the red blur like taking them every so often.
Okay, so
I'm no longer waving alcohol at alcoholics.
Whistler, what are you doing?
don't know. Did Zashi share her plans with everyone else?
Yeah.
Yep, I did at the very beginning before we split up.
Yeah, He'll probably eventually realize that Storm is not around and go looking for Storm.
Okay. Storm's pretty easy to find. He's back at the base at your temple. I'd say it takes you about an hour. About the time that Zashi's out of her conversation with Foxglove is about the time you run into Storm.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. If he's not hiding anymore, I'm not looking for him. So.
It's like, damn, they're here.
Well, everybody's followers are doing something around there. But just none of them have any messaging or any way of telling the group that they know that you're there.
Mm-hmm. At some point, a little red blur comes by to like Zashi's followers with the note saying when the party was going to be.
So I will say when the red blur comes across, it's like, oh, Storm, you're having a party? I would say this would be, we'll say it's Scout. So,
Storm, you're having a party.
Just like looks and just goes,
Are you performing or are you hunting?
I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that. And he just turns around and walks away.
Right now, I'm hiding.
I have to go think.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I was really hoping that booze thing would work.
Yep.
What else does Storm like that we can lure him out with, since he clearly doesn't want to have a party?
String?
I tried the Beholder and he did not look thrilled.
Storm isn't around there.
I know.
So you're just failing because he's not around there to see.
I know. I'm really sad. That almost. Well, is anyone smart enough, and by that I mean smarter than Brutus, literally at all, to say, hey, if he's not here, there's really only one other place he could be, and then we go there to try and find him? If we've been searching town for hours and he's not there, maybe he's at the guild hall.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Zashi would probably mention it.
I don't think that Daco figured that out.
Okay. Yeah.
It is a good thing it is not a combat day. We're just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, you could check out our guild hall. He may have gone back there to prepare.
Okay.
Zashi is fully invested, and she believes that Storm is going to love this. I realized I did not actually set up the next pot of coffee, so I will be back.
Okay. Give me a second, because I figure something dramatic has to happen. Daco, you're about 2 hours into digging your fancy hole, essentially. Can I get perception checks from you, please? From you.
How many would you like? That sounded plural.
Give me 5. Okay.
How did that happen? I only hit it 5 times.
It's all good. You managed to 60. Only 2 are flanking you, as these creatures pop their head out of the soil. They look to be actually made of sand. And
What are you doing?
they're saying this in Terran, or Primordial.
I do speak Primordial, so
Okay.
I'm guessing I understand them.
Yeah.
I will stop what I'm doing and give them kind of like a soft bow, and I'll inform them that there is going to be a birthday celebration here tonight.
Birthday celebration. We like birthdays.
I'm told that most people do. Would you like to assist me?
Sure, what are you doing?
I'm attempting to make a theater for the person in the middle to perform music for all of his friends and family.
Theater.
Yes.
I'm not sure we know what those are. Would you like some help though? We're really good at building things and digging holes.
Help would be fantastic.
Okay, sweet. And they whistle this weird you're not entirely sure how they're whistling. They seem to be made out of stone. They're kind of imp-like. They have a long beak face and like weird non-functional wings on the back end. He whistles, and a bunch of, I would say, like 20 more heads pop out of the stonework. And they're going, oh, what are we doing? What's up, boss? What's up? We're making a theater. What's a theater, boss? I don't know. He's in charge and points to Doc.
So I'm gonna kind of like raise a finger like this to stall them for a second,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to earthbend like a miniature model of what I envisioned in my head, just like crude, just a little miniature model.
Give me a persuasion check.
This, but bigger.
This but bigger.
Am I there for this?
I'm going back to bed.
Sorry, I had to remember what these things are called. Okay. You are. I would say that, like, trying to dodge the alcoholic. You managed your way, and you don't really, you know, Daco has been digging this hole. Like, you're not entirely sure what he was doing, but suddenly you see all these heads pop out, and being who you are, you actually recognize the method when you see one, and you're kind of like, oh crap. They are notorious sociopaths.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So yeah, no, Daco's not gonna die because that's literally Bruce will literally fall on the sword for you since that's the purpose of his character. If Daco doesn't recognize them, can I say, "Hey, Daco, come here real quick," and like try and over tell you what these things.
Oh, are you?
Overhearing.
Do you want us to dig the hole for you?
Yes, a very big hole. Thank you. And then
Okay, and they start digging a giant hole.
Excellent.
No, Daco, no, you got to be specific with these things.
I was very specific. I showed them a picture, this but bigger.
Yeah, but Brutus isn't smart enough to articulate why this is a bad idea. It's very, very frustrating for me.
Okay.
Damn it. All right, I guess I'm just
Both.
there.
Well, actually, Brutus, you don't know what they're doing. Daco, you like now that you're pulled away from them. Fortunately, these things aren't the most bright thing. Is yes, they dug your amphitheater and then quickly filled it with mud, with a type of mud. Basically, they created a giant quicksand pit.
Oh, that's neat.
Told you so.
I'll go over to the lead one that spoke to me and I'll be like, so this is good, but the quicksand, not really the kind
But
of
how are we supposed to kill people if there's no quicksand?
Oh, trust me, the performance is gonna kill everybody. Just let that go.
Oh, you have a banshee.
Yes.
Okay, we'll make it better. Go ahead and give me a deception check with advantage.
I'm way better at
These
that.
things are really stupid.
Ah.
Way better at that.
Yeah, okay. They make an acoustically like resonant chamber. It is Red Rocks at this point. Only like it is designed around the idea of making it so anyone that has vocal or like psychic damage abilities, anyone in here has vulnerability to those things.
Nice. Dako's gonna applaud their efforts, thank them profusely, and then he's gonna go down to the center and just do some practice yells and like nod appreciatively
I
at that.
actually have to make a note that of what all this does. So, for everyone's information of this amphitheater they just created, anyone inside of it has vulnerability to psychic damage. You have disadvantage on all saves against charm effects, and disadvantage on any save against something that has to do with hearing.
All right. Well, Brutus is just kind of there.
It still takes, I would say, the full 8 hours. You're overseeing the creation of this amphitheater.
I'm just. I can't even say regretting life choices because it wasn't a choice. I just ended up Yeah,
Brutus, you have no skin in this game. You're not building this thing.
I know, but I know everyone's gonna be there. And if Storm's gonna perform, I'm gonna
If there's
have
no actual banshee, it's not gonna matter.
Yet, you know what's gonna happen with this later. You've just set up a trap. All right, never mind. Okay, well, I'm just there.
This is right next to town, too. I want to be very clear on how, like...
How bad an idea it is? Yeah. Damn it. All right. Well.
Also about 6 hours, and you see a brother and sister drow that you recognize from the hammer and sickle kind of walk by and notice it, not appreciatively, but they don't seem to interact at all, and then head back.
Wave.
It's very well crafted.
I'm literally just sitting on the uppermost part where ground level is, looking in, like waiting to charge in if I have to, if the methods get bored and decide to kill you. Because I obviously can't convince you, like, no. So what's everyone else doing for the rest of that 8 hours?
If Zashi wanders by at any point, she will recommend to Dako that they actually have it Storm's amphitheater, like emblazoned on the top section.
Oh, really?
Storms, it's fine. It's my venue. He's just the artist.
All right, then what do you want to call it? Because, I mean, you could probably actually have it engraved up there.
I can do that. It's going to say Dako's place. Keep it simple.
Okay.
In the Dako of night, like dark night.
Can you feel it, Colin?
Great. Okay. Okay. So Zashi, you would wander over. Whistler, you would have wandered over. Well, no, because you're back inside the town. Or in Old Malys. Who actually checked? Tucker, you're muted.
I'd rather typing than speaking.
All right.
Okay, so Whistler is studying. Zashi is trying to get everybody to come to her party.
Yep.
Dako is building the most deadly theater known to man.
I'm supervisor.
And Brutus is supervisor. So we'll skip ahead 4 hours, I guess. Storm, what are you doing? Have you made any decisions yet?
Is it just still Whistler here?
Whistler's done. We're skipping ahead to when Whistler's done with his copying of Alter Self into a spellbook. So yeah, it would still be those two. Unless Zashi wanders back to her area. after
it's
handing the pamphlets out.
Yeah, after the pamphlet thing, I would wander back to make sure that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, about the time Whistler is done copying his spell into his spellbook. So I guess 2 hours ahead, Zashi would be wandering back.
Hey, Storm. So looks like Dako's building this thing for you. You want to come check it out? I trust Scout to get all our followers where they need to be on time.
Are you sure? I will stay here and make sure.
Nope, I'm sure Scout's got it covered. But seriously, I don't know exactly what Dako's doing, but it looks really interesting.
It's the story of my life.
Lovely. Just downtrodden.
Oh, poor Storm.
He should have went and talked to his spider.
Yeah, possibly.
So he goes.
Okay, so I lead Storm to the new amphitheater being
Okay,
built.
it's like 2 hours into construction. It's holes and everywhere, and or sorry, 3 hours into construction, and there's a bunch of methods. Technically not dust methods. Technically mud methods.
Mud. Gotcha.
Thus the quicksand.
Do I recognize what's going on here?
You recognize the methods.
Do I know what they do? How they are?
Yeah, you recognize them as
Wait.
kind of psychotic elementals.
Storm walks up. I wave my jug of booze at him. I got this for you. And it jingles because it has a bell on it.
He'll start like slowly reaching for it, but he's not really watching. He's just like still looking, wondering what the heck they're using these elementals for.
And I don't hand it to him yet. I'm like, no, this is for your party. Oh.
Okay.
And then after we check out that, I'll see if I can convince Storm to come to the Copper Coral and talk to Arena.
This is becoming a huge process.
Eh,
Oh,
We could have gone and just hunted something.
That's probably wouldn't end that well either. This is probably the easier of the two.
Okay.
You don't want to die at your coming of age?
No.
No.
You just see Storm, using dissonant whispers on them to keep them running away. Yeah, so he'll go with you.
Okay.
Those spiders that I have in that spider egg, how long does it take for those things that, cover your ears, Shayna, hatch?
3 to 4 months.
All right.
As you get to the
I say, okay, thank you.
as you get to the Copper Coral, Arena is there, kind of rolls up beside you. Oh, is this our star for tonight? I see your friend is building something. He does know that methods are like insane, right?
I don't know what he knows about methods.
He is too, so it's fine.
He might actually be intentionally creating some sort of trap for something to protect the town. I'm not entirely sure.
Nice save.
Like, this is a huge pit. She's like, how big of a trap do you need?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what Dako is trying to trap.
You have a guess, actually. This you see, and there's 2 kobolds in extremely shiny, like, armor. It's not really so much armor as much as, like, plates and things that have been polished to an absolute sheen. And, like pots on their head that also have been, like, polished. And standing next to him is, in human form, is a woman, is a little, like, I'd say 8-year-old girl with like silver hair, all in like bouncy ringlets, and the poofiest dress you've ever seen. It's blue and white, and these like weird fairy wings that are actually glowing light are behind her. And she's, is it party time yet?
Oh, Resplendent, thank you so much for
She
joining
kind
us.
of, it's obvious she's not used to being in human form, and also with the poofiness of the dress, so she kind of like teeters towards you guys.
Oh, she's so cute. So about how much longer before the party actually starts?
4.5 hours.
I will let her know that it'll be just 4.5 hours. We're starting at sunset.
That's so long. We should play now.
Well, we can certainly start playing now. Now that Storm is here and he can start prepping with Arena. Have you ever played dice?
Dice? No. Most of the games I play are involve like target practice, and she points at one of the beer bottles, and this little stream of light shooting out and like disintegrates one of the bottles. At which point, Arena's like, it's just kind of.
It's like I clap.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay, well, target practice indoors like this is not a good idea. We're going to have actually a lot of people coming in. In fact, they're probably going to start coming in, and there's probably going to be dancing. If you like, I can try to teach you some of the dances that are going to be happening. That way you can truly shine in all of your glory.
I always shine. I already know how to dance. And she starts like just spinning around in a circle.
And I'm going to clap.
Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna be like, I need liquor.
I wish the bartender is, which usually, bartenders don't actually drink but like the bartender just has an open bottle and just sits it down in the bar right there. You also notice a giant bowl just full of like, you see Donlon and actually Chef like crushing fruits and various things and then pouring like grain alcohol into it, tasting it, like making a face, and then like trying to balance it out.
I love them so much. Okay, so Storm's drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Storm's drinking, Daco's building, Brutus supervising, Whistler's learning, and Zashi's playing with royalty.
With Resplendent.
Yep, I am playing with a tiny little dragon.
Is there a liquor that knocks dragons out?
Dwarven triple, maybe.
Yeah, well, she's like the only one that really works. Arena's like the only one that really works on them is Dwarven triple. Are you really gonna feed alcohol to a child?
That is not a child.
Is to a child. She
Okay.
hasn't had her
She
ceremony
gives you a
yet.
bottle of this stuff. It's thick. Like it doesn't look like any liquor you've ever seen. It smells acrid. It's not like dark. It's black.
Maybe I could knock myself out with this.
That is pretty much a given.
Yeah.
Dwarven Triple is designed around knocking out dwarves, Yonti, and dragons, basically.
I mean, you are becoming an adult with this ceremony. That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just get real drunk.
That happened in the first session, and then I can't go near whiskey for 2 years.
Oh, is that what that was? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't think even if I drink Dwarven Triple, I don't think I'll want to go near it again anyways.
No, it's really gross. It is super gross. Like if the bartender, even like when they pull out the bottle, is kind of doing like holding it as far away from him as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Kind of has the scent of Baiju if anybody's ever smelled that stuff. There's a Chinese, like, it smells like industrial waste.
It's like smelling it.
So I was thinking of this really, really awful organic tequila that literally smells like feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember opening a bottle of ones and going, oh, gym locker room.
Yeah.
All right.
Just no.
Yeah, anyway, so if you gonna try to get Resplendent drunk? Is that your plan?
No,
Okay.
because I smelled it and I was thinking about it, but I'm like, no, I wouldn't try to put that on my worst enemy. So I just shove it aside, and I like, where's something lighter?
Brings
Just
out. There's elven wine. Then there's dwarven ale. There's also elven ale, which is kind of like.
Is there anything that's shiny?
Shiny? Oh yeah. So she brings like, give me a second. Takes
Like
out.
resplendent.
It takes out ice cubes that are like they're purple for some reason. Drops them and takes some grain alcohol, pours that in, pours in some type of fizzy drink that smells oddly of ginger, pours that in, does a shot of lime in it, throws a mint leaf, sets it down. As the ice starts to melt, the drink turns from clear to a weird like magenta color.
All right, I'll take that and I'll give that to Resplendent. I'm like, look, it's shiny like you.
She's like, oh, this looks awesome, and she downs it in one gulp. And then I guess she has to make a con save.
Getting the dragon drunk before the party.
I mean, that particular drink's a pretty low alcohol, so she'll probably.
But she rolls a natural one.
Of course. Oh, great.
It is a shot.
That's kind of the day.
She
goes, oh, this is nice. I haven't felt it as nice in a while. And you can actually see like her skin starts to like flake off. It's obvious that she can't really, being drunk, she can't really concentrate on her spell, and she starts like turning slowly back into a dragon form.
Zashi
so now you have a
will-
Mercury dragon whelp just sitting at the bar.
As it's happening, Zashi will touch her and do 5 points of lay on hands before she fully shifts.
So cure poison.
Yeah.
Okay, so at which point, like, she shifts back in, but is now holding her head. As she instantly sobers, and is now hungover. Like, my head hurts. I don't like.
Well, if
Let's
I
go
have to
home.
do
I'm sick of these people. At which point, the kobolds are like, okay, mistress, we go home now. And
Can I do like an extra 5 to cure her hangover?
No.
Or the last time we did this with the paladin, they didn't get hungover when you cured their poison.
She just kind of wanders out.
Oh. Can I spend $2 to have her re-roll that con save?
Sure.
Okay.
If it's another one.
Okay, she does not get drunk off of the Moscow Mule.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is the first party that this little creature is ever going to be to.
Instead, she calls for another one. Because it was delightful and sparkly like her.
Yeah, it was resplendent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But this one, she doesn't take in full glass. Instead, she just wants the biggest glass they have full of this stuff. So now she has this massive mug in front of her of this stuff.
Okay.
Especially as a kid. It's like the size of her head.
Okay. So, party?
So we'll get to the party. The party kicks off. But it's going pretty well. At which point, Arena's like, and now we have to show a guest of honor. He has a song to perform to us, and I believe we have just the venue set up for his performance.
Whistler would be showing up about now. He wouldn't want to miss the song.
Okay. So you guys are all led to Daco's place.
I will say it is during Storm's performance that Zashi does the ceremony with the silver dust to grant the coming of age benefits. Which, let me pull it up so that Chris will know for the next 24 hours. You touch one whom. So for the next 24 hours, whenever you make an ability check, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the ability check, and you have this for the next 24 hours.
Cool.
As soon as you finish your performance and are stepping off stage, Brutus is going to hand you that jug of booze, by the way. Like, congratulations, happy birthday.
Do you want me to roll up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Storm is like when he's up there, he just totally like deadpan face. And he's going to cast Enhance Ability on himself, Eagle
Okay.
Splintered, so he could have advantage.
Yeah.
on his
Probably a good
performance.
idea. So performance check.
Add the d4.
What is it? Oh god.
Yep, just roll a d4.
Okay, so you don't assail their ears. It's not like there's definitely at the end there's applause from everybody, but it's kind of like that, like you know, like you did all right. You're like,
And I'm gonna go like, screw you guys, and I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
okay,
It's my party.
okay, go ahead and roll. Better this time. However, about halfway through.
Did you
Hold on.
remember the d4 this time?
Do it up.
About halfway through here.
19.
There's a party and no one invited me.
And you see this like swirl of air around the entire
Oh, goody.
amphitheater, forming into
A banshee.
No.
Chester, you shut your mouth. How dare you?
this large. It looks. At first, it looks like the air elemental, except that like suddenly this like spectral armor starts forming around it, and you see this cackle of lightning split through, and a bolt of lightning comes down into an outstretched hand as a halberd forms. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Awesome.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you.
Sashi is looking very confused.
Best party ever.
You get to perform and hunt. You're doubly adult now. Enjoy taxes.
Yeah. We just don't even know how old Storm really is.
Yeah, right.
Still be like a kid.
I am deliberately interchanging birthday with coming of age, by the way, because I'm assuming Brutus doesn't really get it. So it's just all one thing.
Okay. So,
Great.
Brutus, you're first.
Oh, goody. So it shows up yelling, brandishing a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get enough time to see other people's reactions before I have to do something?
You just see people scatter. The only
Okay.
people that actually stay, it looks like, so Resplendent looks up at it and says, "You're interrupting my first party!" And you also see Rena, like, really? They're the only ones that stay around.
Okay. Well, unless it's a lot closer than I'm envisioning, if it got here, like come from the sky, I can't reach it because I don't have my crossbow.
Yeah, it's
anymore.
like 60 feet up.
Yeah, I can't reach it, so I kind of just have to ready. I'll yell, "Does anyone want to get thrown?" And I'll prepare an action to chuck someone at it if they wish. because I sold my crossbow to get my horn caps.
Okay.
I don't have a ranged weapon anymore. Oh, I have my cocktails, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
And then Storm is you're up.
Oh. Do you want to get thrown?
No.
Whisper at it.
Whisper at it.
Storm.
Okay, I'll use dissonant whispers on it.
Okay.
Okay. Wisdom save. Okay.
Ooh, does it get advantage because it's a vocal attack in the amphitheater?
Technically, it has disadvantage,
Ooh.
and it has psychic, and it has vulnerability to psychic damage, which is what Dissonant Whisper is.
Yep, 12 points.
So
So it uses its reaction to move. Wow, it's actually slower in this form. 30 feet up into the air.
Oh, goody. Further away. That's not what I meant.
And that would bring us to Whistler.
So Whistler casts Mage Armor on himself, then tugs on Brutus's sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
and hands Brutus his crossbow.
Ooh, okay. Thank you. I have it now.
It's only a light crossbow. It's not as good as.
So it looks ridiculous in Brutus's huge
It's like
hands. too.
this big.
It's a hand crossbow.
Let me get the stats for that. I mean, can I use it now since I held
Yeah,
action?
since you held your action, you can use it.
Okay. Well, let's see. At least I am proficient in it. Yay. I think that's this. Do I hit it?
Oh yeah, you definitely hit it.
Yay. 1d8. Oh man, I shouldn't have deleted those stats, and I don't remember what I got for it. I think I only get, 3. Oh well. Better than nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it-
Is it resistant? It is. So you hit it, and the bolt kind of slows down inside of it, but it passes through because it's not magical.
Okay.
And that would bring it to.
On the crowd,
What's that?
the bolt.
Hmm?
Does the bolt fall in the crowd? Like,
Yeah, it kind of is like sails down, but it's not like I'm not gonna. It doesn't randomly pierce somebody. Is there anything else Whistler wants to do? Or is that it? Get Mage Armor and handed. So, is that your turn?
oh yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so the the High Templar of Dust says, "Come to me, my minions," and a bunch of small little dust devils, like tiny dust devils, 6 of them apparently, appear around the stage and little. Similar to the creatures you saw before, only instead of being made out of like stone and mud, they're made out of basically mini sandstorm surround you as 6 dust mephits appear, who will promptly make their attacks. So that's when we'll go first one against Zashi. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, second one against Zashi. Misses. First one against Brutus. Misses. Second one against Brutus. Misses. First one against Daco. Pretty sure Daco that hits. And does that hit Daco?
negative.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay, so both Daco and Zashi take 4 points of slashing damage as these claws come in and just rake across you.
Not happy about that.
Okay. And that brings us then to Zashi.
Okay, so what is that thing? Does Zashi have any idea what kind of creature that is?
I'll give you exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
It's
I
an
believe-
elemental of some sort.
Okay, I will go ahead and bonus action Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Oh wait, nope. Belay my last. I will go ahead and do Protection from Evil and Good as my action on Brutus.
Okay.
So Brutus,
Yes.
you will have protection against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. They have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. You also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. And hopefully that will help.
Hell yeah. All right.
And I believe that is my turn. And yep. Whoever's next is up.
Oh, I skipped Dako's turn. Sorry, Dako.
I didn't notice.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay. So he's just got the one dust method in actual melee range right now?
Two death methods.
Oh, very well. Well, he's going to focus on the one that hit him anyway. So what he's going to do is a spear and elemental strike combo assault.
Okay. That pops the dust method without really any issue. I need you to make a con saving throw though, as it explodes in a shower of dust. So you manage to hit it, but like the dust gets in your eyes and you can't see now.
Of course it did. Little turd.
It's gonna take like basically it's gonna take an action to wipe the dust out of your face.
Gotcha.
And then that would bring us to your erstwhile allies. The Resplendent will force this guy to make a dexterity saving throw as she turns into her dragon form and just breathes this line of radiant energy straight at him. And he will. But she's had some crazy dex save. Remember right? And actually, not that bad. Still makes his save though, so he takes half of this. He manages to take it and move just enough so it takes it in the shoulder, but this radiant energy just like takes off his shoulder, like just pierces straight through him. His arm reforms almost instantly, but that seemed to hurt him quite a bit. And then Arena looks around and will start singing, and we'll go ahead and give a D8 inspiration die to Brutus, and then also will cast Mage Armor on herself.
Nice. All right.
And that brings us back to the top, which is what Brutus. Well, and Flat. You guys can decide which ones you want to go first.
Flap can go since Brutus already went.
Okay. Flap is going to. I'm going to have Flap delay his action until he has multiple methods in a 15-foot cone not around him.
Not around him?
Yeah, he's still hanging on my chest.
Okay.
Like, no, okay, not around him. No, when it's a 15-foot cone, by him
Uh-huh.
without having us by him. Like-
Oh,
A 15-foot cone where he can get methods and he can't get us.
okay. Yeah, okay. He could probably move a little bit and do that. He could probably.
No, he's staying on me.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of, because you're a little bit more back. The methods seem to be going after your front liners right now.
Yeah.
Okay, now Brutus, it's your turn. You have two
Okay.
methods kind of beside you. You saw Daco take out one, and it seemed to explode dust into his eyes.
Mechanically, in game, if I were to charge at one and at the last second cover my eyes as I headbutt it,
You would have disadvantage on the attack, but you'd have advantage on the con save to resist.
I feel like I need to make the attack first, so I won't do that. I'll just try and be mindful.
Okay.
But I will, with my glowing horns, headbutt
Okay.
what's closest to me.
That definitely hits.
Yay! Okay. For this much.
It explodes in
Okay.
dust. Make your con save.
Okay. That's not how you type.
You're able to blink your way out of getting blinded.
Yay. All right. And then follow up with the scimitar.
Okay.
Is it? So it exploded, so then one other one.
Okay. That hits.
For this much.
That one also explodes. Go ahead and make your other con save. You get the sense these things aren't really
Difficult, yeah.
difficult to kill.
Yeah, it's the not getting blinded bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah, you're not blind.
Yay. A brat.
Okay. So that's your turn.
Mhm.
Then that would bring us to Whistler.
Okay.
No,
Can I-
Storm. Sorry. It would bring us to Storm. Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
All right, is it still floating up in the air?
Yeah. He did move back down the 30 feet you made him move before. But
All right.
Whisper at him.
I'm going to use Phantasmal Force on it.
Okay, what do you mean?
I'm going to. What should I create?
A real big hand just pushing it away. Kidding. Don't listen to me.
Weird to me that these things are not immune to charm or freaking frighten. They're immune to like everything else, but they're not immune to
Yeah.
those two.
That is really weird. Like, you can't hit me, but I'm scared.
Oh
You're
yeah.
Yeah, I'll just make an illusion of, let's just say, Brutus. But it's just floating up there.
Just a flying Brutus cow with magical hands just punching at him.
Yeah, because it can actually do damage to them.
Okay, can you
Like psychic
actually
damage.
read all Phantasmal Force to me? I want to know, is it the charm condition, is the frighten condition, or it just happens?
It's an illusion. It's invisible in their head.
Okay,
Yeah.
You can't see it.
but there is no condition attached to it.
No, they could do an investigation check on their turn to check
Oh, it just happens too.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do have a save every time they take damage. For the damage, I think.
Well, Brutus can't see it.
Oh, why not? Damn it.
Phantasmal Force is going to do crap tons of psychic damage if.
I just love the idea of all of a sudden seeing, like, I'm fighting shit, and I look up and there's this giant purple me.
Okay, now it's Whistler's turn.
Okay. So, first of all, do I know anything about Dust Method?
I'm sorry. Do you know anything about what?
Dust Method?
Dust methods?
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually probably know a lot. They're small elementals. They're extremely weak. They're primarily summoned by people as like familiars, and they're really easy to summon essentially. They explode into blinding dust, as you've seen your friends have to deal with. They do have some conal attacks to blind people. Primarily, they're just annoying, but in swarms they can do a lot of damage.
Well, mostly what I'm asking is because I know they're mephits, so they're elemental. Like, do I know if they have any special elemental strength or resistance or weaknesses?
They're not resistant to anything. They are vulnerable to fire for some reason.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try to. How many are left?
There are 2 on Zashi, and 1 on Dako. So
Okay.
there's 3 left.
Is it possible to get to the 2 on Zashi in a cone that doesn't hit Zashi?
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay. So I'm gonna move towards that so that I'm got them in a 15-foot cone, and then I'm gonna cast Fire Breath on Flap.
Okay. I hate that this is a thing that you can do, because it breaks action economy so bad, but it's a thing you can do.
You know, it's not that broken. He's only got 1 hit point. He's easy to kill.
Yeah, it's just funny to me that this is one of those things that can actually happen.
Yeah, because it's not an attack action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. Okay, so that's your turn?
Yeah, so it goes off because he was holding his action.
Oh yeah, so...
And Sashi is going to call out, "Holy fuck, did Flap just breathe fire?"
I'm not even going to roll their dex save, because that's 36 points of damage, because they're vulnerable to fire.
Okay.
So, and that actually, it melts the dust, so you don't even have to make the con saves, Zashi, as it just eradicates it. And yeah, you guys see Flap, like, and then suddenly breathe fire on these things.
I didn't know Flap could do that.
I didn't know he could either. That's terrifying.
Why did he get ate by that worm before? She just crisped it.
Okay. And now it's Dako's turn.
Well, Dako is blind, so I guess he's spending his action to clear his eyes.
Okay. You can see again. Yay!
And then I forget, is elemental strike's a bonus action, so I can still
Throw rocks.
throw an elemental strike at the closest one to me.
Okay. It's in melee range with you, so if it's a ranged attack, you have disadvantage. They still hit. You, for the first time, you don't just smush one in one turn.
Yeah.
It,
Basically, I take that like crap from my face, kind of spin it
just
around.
fling it back at them. Like, Lick it. Okay, it is now the High Templar's turn. He is going to multi-attack. Pretty much he's going to multi-attack Storm, Zashi, Brutus, and Whistler. He's just gonna point out his hands, and bolts of lightning come streaking down at all of you.
Uh-oh.
So first one will go Whistler. 14 to hit.
Nope.
Zashi. I know 12 doesn't hit you. Storm. 20 to hit.
Yes.
And Brutus.
And it should have disadvantage on Brutus.
13. Oh, it does have disadvantage on Brutus.
It misses anyway.
It misses anyways.
I could take that 20 from Storm, though. The 20 and 13, that could be me.
And it will take... Wait a minute. Oh, crap. No, because of Phantasmal Force, isn't it? It can't actually do anything. Sorry. Roll that back.
Nice.
Okay.
So what's Phantasmal Force
Let
doing?
me look up exactly what Phantasmal Force says. Sorry. I have to...
I've never seen it cast in game, so I don't know how it works. I am curious. Man, Storm making things complicated.
Yeah, it's my party. I could do it if I want to.
Oh snap!
It's like one of the lines in that song, "Die If I Want to." That's not something you want at your birthday?
Okay, so it has
That's an intelligence saving throw.
yeah. Okay, I do have to do the intelligence saving throw. Give me a second. Oh, so you yeah. He maced his intelligence saving throw. So, anyways, so Storm, you will take 9 points of lightning damage as it comes streaking out at you. It'll also move 30 feet closer to the ground.
Does that mean it's on the ground now?
No, so it's now on the ground and it is basically on the stage with you guys now.
Nice.
Cool.
Let me at him.
And that brings us to Zashi.
Yay! He's close enough. I'm still concentrating on protection for Brutus, so I will go ahead and attack with my rapier.
Okay.
Oh, yes! I'm totally gonna smite.
Nat 20. Okay, go ahead and smite.
Alright, so that's a d8 of regular damage and then 4d8?
Why 4?
Nope, so
Are you using a second level spell slot? Or
No,
a first level
first.
spell slot?
First level.
Oh, yeah, you don't have a second level. So, yeah, it would be total. So, you're using a rapier?
Yep.
So, total would be 68 plus 3.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to verify. Nope. 6 D 8. Come on, Becca. Why can't I type today? 27.
Okay, you pierce through. It grunts at you. It's looking like it's starting to lose form now.
Yay!
Yay.
And that's your turn?
Yep, I don't believe I have a bonus action to use, so that is my turn.
Okay. Resplendent will try to recharge her breath weapon. She does not. So she's going to go ahead and attack the dust mephit that's attacking Dako. She has no desire to engage in melee with this thing. And misses completely.
Oh. Well, it might smudge her shine. She doesn't want to touch anything.
Arena will continue to roll back on her speed. She has a speed of 20 feet. And then we'll go ahead and also... Actually, she'll dash. She's trying to get away. She just can't. And we'll go ahead and give a D8 inspiration dice to Zashi.
Thank you.
Which brings us back to Brutus.
All right. So this thing's on the stage and within headbutt distance. What
Yep.
with my magic horns and my advantage and the D8 of inspiration, is that damage or to hit?
To hit.
Okay. Do I have to declare that before?
Yes.
Okay.
No, sorry, you declared after. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll charge and gore it.
Oh, okay. 21 hits.
All right. And magical damage.
It takes a crap ton of magical damage.
Yes. My glowy holes. And then follow up with scimitar non-magical.
Hits.
Aha.
Kind of shifts around your scimitar a little bit. But still, decent amount. It's not looking good. It's not looking like it's on its last legs, but it's not looking good. And it'd be Flap now.
Okay. So, does Flap have any angle where he won't catch people?
Yes.
He does?
Yep.
Okay. Then he's going to breathe fire on the guy. He's going to fly off. He's flying off.
Okay, don't roll damage. It looks like it shifts around you. You have no idea what this thing is, but it seems to be immune to fire damage.
Okay.
So,
Shucks.
Storm.
I'm going to look at the Templar thing. I'm going to be like, damn it, you're ruining Resplendent's first party. And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Okay, it has disadvantage on the save.
This is why you weren't invited.
Because you suck.
That fails. So go ahead and roll damage.
And this is psychic damage, right?
Yeah, so it's doubled.
So apparently, this is what Daco was trying to track.
Grabs its helmet. Ugh. I hate this place so much. And that would bring us to Whistler.
So I'll cast a silent image of Lander with a beard, with wings, 60 feet up in the air. At that point.
He's not even here.
He looks up and is like, you!
He
Okay.
flies now. I didn't know dwarves could fly.
Is there anything else Whistler wants to do?
Oh no, that's it.
Okay. Now, Daco, you still have a Mephit in front of you, and then this Templar thing.
Yep. So Daco is gonna go ahead with his Spear and Elemental assault combo again because it's a good time.
It works.
You destroy that Mephit. Go ahead and make your con save. Yeah, you're able. You learned your lesson from last time. Is there anything else you want to do?
Is there anything else within range?
The Templar.
No, that's it for now.
Okay. The Templar will turn around, shoot 2 lightning bolts at the image of Lander.
Uh-oh.
It like is completely covered with his helmet, has no facial expression, but you get the like sense he's making a duck face at this thing. He then summons his halberd down and will make 2 attacks against. I can't tell if he's madder at Zashi or Brutus.
I'm glowing, if that helps.
Evens Brutus, odds Zashi.
Aw.
Okay.
So he's gonna make
Advantage.
2 halberd
He does have
attacks.
disadvantage because of Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, he has disadvantage on the first one.
Oh.
So the first one definitely misses. Second one, 25 to hit.
Yeah, that.
Does a 78 hit?
No, it doesn't.
You take 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Zashi.
I will go ahead and attack, and I will use the inspiration dice, which I'm glad I did. I cannot smite because I'm out of spell slots. So 4 points of damage.
And that's not magical this time, right?
Nope.
So it ding off of his armor. It's kind of.
Oh.
Did I do any damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
You scratched his armor a bit.
I was gonna say it dented it before it bounced off.
Stretch.
Resplendent. See if she gets her breath weapon back. She does not, so she'll make. She will go ahead and like. Oh, it was a good party, everybody, and then flies away.
Hi, Resplendent. Thank you for joining us.
Arena will recharge the inspiration die for Zashi.
Yay.
I don't know whose
Oh
phone
god,
that is.
that's loud.
That sounds weird. Oh, there you go. Alright.
And I assume Arena continues to back away, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that will bring us to Brutus.
One more time. Let's do one more again. Headbutt. I know it's called gore, but I'm just gonna keep headbutting.
That hits barely, but it does hit.
Good. I was gonna say I do still have the D8. How long does that last?
An hour.
Oh, that's a stinking one. But that's that's damage.
Kind of goes down to one knee. It's still standing, but it's okay.
With a cry of first storm. How does that?
That like dings off of the armor.
Oh, can I do the 1d8 now?
Yep.
Okay, see if that makes it. Oh, that's not. There you go.
Yep.
Yay! You ruined Storm's birthday party. I'll try and chop its head off.
Again, because of how mundane your weapon is, it's just not finding purchase.
It's dramatic.
It is Flap's turn again.
If Flap's got a cone, he'll breathe fire because I didn't tell him not to. But it won't do anything.
Yeah. Thing looks pretty epic right now. It's like armor is all cut in. It looks, there's fire going around. There's cackling lightning coming out of all the wounds.
Is it cackling lightning or crackling lightning?
Crackling.
Well, actually, no, he won't breathe fire because he can't.
Okay.
Because I cast Silent Image, so he lost it.
Okay.
So he gets up there and nothing happens.
Okay. Storm.
Dissonant Whispers at second level.
Okay. It has
Finish it
disadvantage
off.
on this.
Oh my god, that'll be your legacy.
Yeah.
Please kill it with that damage.
I'm pretty sure it's saved, but it still takes the psychic half the psychic damage.
Which it's actually going to be the full damage because of the
It grabs its head and the helmet just explodes. Everybody within melee range, please make dexterity saving throws.
That's fine. It's worth it for this. That would be how you kill it. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's on our banner. I have to.
It is. It's on the banner. Oh, I need to finish that.
Okay. Brutus. So Zashi, you will take half of this. Brutus, you'll take the full amount.
even with a natural 20.
Yeah. Brutus take 21 points of lightning damage. Zashi take 10.
All right.
Ugh, that hurt.
Ouchies.
And that is... So you're just sitting there in this amphitheater. Weirdly, Dako's amphitheater helped you guys out because the vulnerability to psychic damage.
So, Dako, was that what you were prepping this trap for?
Don't give him credit. God, it's...
I
Dako
love it.
responds that everything he does is with purpose.
Hey, we can now have, like, performances here. It's going to be great.
When I...
You also notice, so, like, the stage is, that lightning, like, it's on, the stage is slightly on fire right now. I mean, there's not a lot to burn, so probably be free to get out. But, like, there's a big scorch mark where this thing died.
Yeah. So long as there's... Yeah, we'll start... I'm going to start leaving unless there's anything to pick up.
Yeah, I'm totally investigating shit.
Happy birthday, Storm!
Storm's gonna walk right up to Brutus and be like, "Where's my liquor?"
You earned it.
So, Whistler, go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Dako's going along to investigate also.
Brutus is just sitting on the side with Storm drinking.
And I'm going to continue rolling for shoot.
Daco, you're like go investigate the wrong way. You're like,
Yep.
this was really good craftsmanship. If I don't mind saying so
was
myself.
distracted by damage to my place.
But I did a real good job here.
What was your roll? I didn't, or you haven't rolled it yet.
Made it yet.
Sashi's was 13.
I see that.
Actually, I haven't updated my sheet yet, so I'm gonna just do it right here.
Okay, yeah. Zashi and Whistler, you find like a rune etched into the where it died. Anyone who speaks primordial, it's the rune for air.
It's just like etched into the.
Yeah, and like a deep too. So it's like almost like somebody took a laser cutter to the stage. If you guys knew what a laser cutter was. But
Well, that's odd.
What's odd?
Sashi's kind of like has a stick and is like poking the rune.
okay, as you poke it, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
To make one too, because I'm right there.
No.
20.
Why do you have advantage?
My feet. Resilience, dexterity. You gain proficiency in
So you get proficiency, not
Sorry, 11.
11. As you poke it with a stick, you take another 3 points of lightning damage.
Oh! Ow! Don't poke it! Don't poke it, it's not
It
friendly.
glowed
What did you
for a
do?
second.
Well, your trap is even more trapped now.
So this is like engraved in the stage,
Yep.
which is stone.
Yep.
Daco's gonna go ahead and bend that away.
Okay, you kind of like cover it up.
But is it still there?
I don't know. Does anyone want to touch his mound of stone?
No.
Daco will do it. He'll investigate his craftsmanship.
Zashi's gonna back up.
Like after he like stones it over,
You go.
like
There's this moment of pause. There's nothing.
it's as good as new.
It does look slightly like lumpier there, but
That'll level off with time.
All right. This has been the best birthday party I've ever been to.
It was a pretty epic birthday party.
I played music, and I think I did the hunting portion too.
I do believe you did.
So you're like twice as old now.
I
So-
feel like it.
So Storm, Zashi, what does this? The ceremony is now complete.
Ceremony is complete. For the next 24 hours, Storm is going to have an extra D4 to all ability checks.
Yay! That would have been helpful in the fight. Yay!
Not really.
Naysayer.
Totally worth everything I spent. That was an awesome party. Got to celebrate Storm.
We love you, Storm.
Do we though?
Yes. The big cow has decided.
And now I have to calculate stuff. Give me a second. Give you guys your experience totals.
Since we did rent out all the rooms, the Copper Coral, we might actually be able to get baths.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, you guys again, like this is a theme when you're fighting air elementals. You guys are just covered in dirt.
Yep.
I can fix that.
Gonna start brushing my hair out of all the.
Can I just actually walk up to Doc and be like, can you take care of this?
He like raises both hands, claps them together super loud, and then like cuts outwards in all directions, and the dirt just goes flying off of you onto everybody else.
Everybody gets
That shudder that animals do.
everyone
once
that
they
was here
Yep.
gets
Yeah.
800 experience points for
I
that.
love it. Yes. Thank you. Happy birthday.
I'm gonna guess I might have as well, but I don't really remember.
I'm pretty sure you leveled up, Daco.
Level up. Level up.
What is level 4?
Level 4 is 2,700.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I just passed.
then I am not yet level 4. So
Oh, how far away are you?
I am at 2,020 experience points right now.
Oh, that's right. So close, though. Ugh. Yeah, I get to click the button to level up. Level 4. Yeah, update my sheet.
Yeah, I feel like that. So I'm gonna stop the stream. I actually feel like that monster